Hi, Sven here. These days, a lot of people are switching to Telegram instead of WhatsApp, especially in a business context. And if you watched my video that I recently released about WhatsApp for business, then you also saw how incredibly complicated it is to set up this whole WhatsApp thing. You can go back and watch that video again if you like. And here on Telegram, it's so much easier. And how that works, I'll show you here in this video. I've also set up a test scenario here, which will help you see how you can make good use of this for yourself. I'm Sven, I'm an entrepreneur, and I've been working with quality and process optimization for over 30 years, not just in a business context, but also in my personal life and in all areas of life. Much of what I know and can do today, I've learned through experience and trial and error, and I know what really works. And in my videos, I want to show you how you can use intelligent process automation profitably for yourself and your business. So let's get started. You might already know Telegram. Basically, it's a chat app just like WhatsApp. And if you want to automate Telegram here with Make, for example, then as usual, there's a Telegram module available. And when you add this module, first one, in this case, a receive message module, you need to generate a webhook. And this webhook is then used to communicate with Telegram. And if you click on it here, you'll also find online help explaining how the whole thing works. And then on the Make website, there's a help section where the steps are explained one by one. So first, of course, you need the Telegram app. Then the process works like this. You open this link here to the bot father, which I think is a great name, by the way. And then all you have to do here is type /new bot and you get a response. Basically, it briefly explains what you need to do. And then you'll receive a token. That's the token you need in order to establish the connection to Telegram. Yes, that means adding the Telegram bot to your scenario. And then you simply add it here and basically just use that exact token. And that's it. And then you have the connection to your Telegram. And of course, you have a phone number linked to it, like your business phone number, for example, which you can then use for this bot. And when you set up a scenario like this, you first have received messages here, and you can see from the Lightning bolt that this is an instant module. That means when someone sends a message via Telegram, it comes in here. So what did I do here? I made a distinction between is a text or a media file being received here. If it's a text, then I simply write a text response here. So I didn't do anything special here, just wrote a very basic prompt. We can take a quick look at it right now. I use GPT-4 Mini because it's reasonably fast. So the response doesn't take too long. And then I didn't say anything else. You are a friendly support bot. You receive a message via Telegram and reply with an appropriate message. And here, of course, you can store specific knowledge for yourself or your company. You could build an assistant in the background to whom you provide documents about your product, about your portfolio, so that this support bot can also give correct and good answers in your context. And this answer, well, there's not much to say about it. Then I have here send a text message or a reply. You get the chat ID here from the watch updates module, and you enter the text here. Yeah, and that's basically it. In the other case, if we have a media element, so here I've just used image, video, or audio, and in the condition from the receive a message, we have the file ID here. And if the file ID is present, that means there's a document behind it. And this document is, for example, an image or an audio file. And then I've also added a router here, which checks is message, a photo, file ID present. So that's a file that contains an image. And in the other case, it's message, voice, file ID exists. And in both cases, I will then extract this information. Here in the image case, I simply go into the analyze image module and just say, analyze the image, explain what you recognized in it just to show how this basically works. I download this image from the Telegram bot here, and then I simply reply with this image analysis. In the second case, when it comes to audio, I also have to download it here first. By the way, I did that here as well. I think I forgot to mention it. Then I transcribed the whole thing. And here I'm also using OpenAI, the Whisper module. Of course, I could also use many other modules that allow you to convert an audio file into text. And with this text that I have here, I do exactly the same as I did above. Namely, I use this text as input and then respond here with the same text. That means you're once again the support bot and reply here with the short message. And this is now the message that was transcribed from the audio. And then just for testing purposes, I use, for example, 11 Labs here with the specific voice that I usually use for our chatbot, namely Aeon. And then I selected 11 Flash here, enter the text here, and then using the default settings, I received the response as an audio file. And in this case, unlike here and above, where I reply with text, I actually respond here with an audio file as well. That might also feel a bit more natural when you speak in and get a spoken response. That means I then use this MP3 that I get back from 11 Labs, and that's the old scenario. And if I just try this out now, I would normally set this to run continuously so that it responds to every message. But I want to do it individually so we can look at the content. So I'll just do run once now. That means the receive message is now waiting for a message. And on my phone, I'll type, "Hello, Era, how are you today?" Then I send it right now. And it arrives immediately. So you see, it works instantly. And now we can take a look here to see what happened. So we received a message here, "Era, how are you today on March 21st? If I go through it here, JGPT responds with, "Hello, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking." And that would typically be a kind of support message. Then I go back here to send a text message or reply. That's the input and the output. And if I look at my phone again, I see exactly this text. "Hello, I'm doing well," and so on and so forth. So exactly what was transmitted here logically. Now, as an alternative, I just want to send a picture. That means I'll just take a photo here of my guitar that's standing in the corner. Then I send it off. And as you can see, the scenario has already run through. So it really is incredibly fast. And now we've chosen this path because in the end, we realized, okay, there's a file attached, specifically this JPEG. The whole thing went through the analyzer from JGBT. The picture shows okay, there's an electric heater standing in the corner. Okay, so obviously JGT isn't able to recognize a guitar and amplifier, but so be it. You can imagine what's here, and maybe you just need to use a different image analysis tool. And then, of course, this response also arrives on my phone again. Now let's go into the third path. That means I'm going to send an audio message here now. "Hello, Era, it's Friday. The weekend is approaching and the weather is really nice and I'm already looking forward to having a great weekend." Then I send the message. You see, here it comes in again as well. Now, it might take a moment here, although actually it's really fast. So download voice file, transcribe, "Hello, Era," and so on. Okay, the weather is nice. Then that sounds great. Relax weekend. Then here's the transcription where the MP3 file comes in and the whole thing is sent back to the user again. And "Hello.
That sounds great. I wish you a wonderful and relaxing weekend with lots of fun in the beautiful weather."
Okay. So you see, all of this is really simple to set up. And now, of course, you could add a whole lot of extra things here. I can also attach a video here. Nowadays, you can even analyze it with Gemini, for example. So I think there are an incredible number of possibilities, and it's definitely fun, especially more fun than working with WhatsApp. And maybe you can integrate Telegram into your customer communication. I'm curious to see what comments you'll leave under this video. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.